There are some characters who are more than just a movie hero. They become a true legend. Rocky Balboa is one of them. A man who rose from the streets to the top. A man who never gave up. A man who grew stronger the more he was hit. But what made him such a legend? What turning points shaped his life? Let's hear this story from Rocky himself.
You know, sometimes life takes everything from you, but it's not how hard you hit. It's how much you can take a blow and move on. And that's exactly my story. When I was young, I was just a regular guy. A guy nobody cared about in Philadelphia, saving the day with street fights. I was a decent boxer in Mickey's gym, but nobody thought I'd ever be a real champion, not even me. Until I got that phone call, Apollo Creed, the world champion, gave me a chance. I knew I couldn't win that fight, but it wasn't about winning. It was just a matter of staying up until the end. And I stood up to Creed for 15 rounds. Nobody could say to me that night, "You lost." Then, one day, I got back in that ring. It was time for a rematch with Apollo. Something happened that night. I opened my eyes and I realized I could be a real champion. I went down in the last round. Mickey's voice rang in my ears. "Get up, Rocky, get up and fight." And I got up. I landed that punch, and I became the new world champion. But if there's one thing as hard as being champion, it's staying on top. Clubber Lang? That man was a predator. And I lost Mickey. It was the biggest pain of my life. But Apollo helped me. He rebuilt me. At that moment, I realized that a champion doesn't only win in the ring, he has to fight outside the ring, too. Then, Apollo left. Drago killed him. At that moment, something inside me snapped. I got in that ring for revenge. That fight. It was one of the hardest fights of my life. But I fought for Apollo, for Mickey, for myself. And I won. But not everything ends in the ring. Life doesn't just punch you. Sometimes it takes everything you have. Your money, your health, even your son. I walked away from the ring, but the fighter in me never died. I may have gotten old, but I was still a fighter. One day, Adonis Creed came to me, Apollo's son. He wanted to carry on his father's legacy, so I taught him what it means to be a fighter, that the heart is as important as the fist. That's my life, falling, getting up, and falling again, but never giving up. Being a fighter is not just about throwing punches. Being a fighter is being able to keep going no matter what life throws at you, and I've always kept going.
So, in which scene were you most influenced by Rocky? What do you think was the biggest turning point in his life? Leave it in the comments and let's discuss it together.